Ahoy, fellow Vita comrades, and welcome! The day has finally arrived when the definitive edition of the Grand Theft Auto 3 is standing face to face with the reverse-engineered DMCA-striked fun project RE3. We'll be comparing it side by side, the loading times, the cutscenes, the gameplay footage, and all in between. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. First and foremost, quick disclaimer. No technical equipment has been used to assess these titles, besides my usual empirical methods of sight, touch and hearing, so your mileage may vary. And also it isn't about which one is better, it is about the celebration of the GTA 3. And with that said, let's boot up the games. I've put many hours into the RE3, so I was especially eager to witness the phenomenon of the infamous definitive edition. I came pretty late to the party, so most of the groundbreaking bugs have been fixed already as I've installed the latest updates. Nonetheless, I was very excited because this is the very first time Rockstar is attempting to recreate this iconic open world into the Unreal Engine 4. And did they succeed? Let's find out, but please keep in mind, every true gamer is quite tough critic, with high level of standards, especially considering the very essence of GTA has been rooted deep within our DNAs, since the very first close encounter of the third kind. And I'm no different, so I'm very glad they kept the legendary intros intact and unchanged. One small detail I've noticed is that the music was slightly out of sync, even though the videos were matched perfectly. And which one has booted up first, you may ask? RE3 on the PS Vita was first. I think it is also worth noting that it is the RE3 with 10-year anniversary mod on top of it, so with all the bells and whistles, with a file size of about 2.75 GB. I couldn't find the exact file size of the Switch version, but on the eShop it states 2.5 GB, it might be more with the updates. Next difference we can spot is clearly the different loading screens. I'm a big fan of the original one. 10-year anniversary edition is also a solid choice. However, the Switch version doesn't speak to me the same way as those are. It seems a bit boring and they could have done with it so much more if they wouldn't be so, let's say, lazy. Then I've been scrolling a bit through the menus. New version is a bit more user/gamepad friendly, whereas with the old one you can feel it was originally designed with PC in mind. However, once again, the eye-pleasingness is more prevalent at the old one, cause the new version just reused the same loading screen picture as a backdrop, which is again a bit lame in my opinion. Also guys, if you are enjoying this kind of videos, like and subscribe as there is certainly more to come. Plus, big announcement at the end of the video, so stick till the end. Now, let's start the new game simultaneously on both devices and see which one will load the cutscenes first. Again, it is a point for PS Vita, not that we are competing in here, just an imaginary point. It was like 5 seconds quicker. I'm also very sad they have removed the loading progression bar. I always loved watching it to fill up. At least they have kept the picture when you are loading the game, but again, I prefer the original version, where the pictures are changing. The pictures on Definitive Edition also changes, but you gotta launch the game again to hopefully get a different one. Cutscenes look very good on both devices. There is one major difference in RE3 though, the option to change the color filter. There are four filters available in total: normal, simple, mobile and none. Usually I'm playing on normal or none, as those feel the most realistic. There is no such option on the Definitive Edition, which is a real shame because it's a real treat for all the complete package seekers. The mobile filter seemed to be the brightest one, so I was using that to capture the footage. Here's some quick comparison for you. At the end of the RE3 cutscenes, we got a nice colorful sketch, and what's at the end of the Definitive Edition? Black screen. Again, what the heck? Details like this make the game iconic, so why would I skip it? To create something more iconic? Clearly, this is not the case. Now let's look at the gameplay. More than satisfactory on both devices. The controls are obviously more refined on the Switch. There are also LNR 2 and 3 buttons available, whereas on the Vita you gotta use the front touch screen. Not really a deal breaker, cause you only change the guns with L and R2, and L and R3 are for crouching and looking back, so absolutely doable. What's more, all the buttons on the RE3 are completely customizable, while you can only pick from 3 preset templates on the Definitive Edition. The resolution is higher on the Switch, 720p in handheld, Vita 544p. Characters consist of more polygons on the Definitive Edition. However, yet another strong point for RE3 has to be the ability to change the screen ratio. You feeling nostalgic today? Let's change it to 4:3 ratio to savor the old school PS2 atmosphere. You can even enhance it further with the normal color filter to reach even higher state of consciousness. 4:3, 5:4, 16:9, 16:10, 21:9, whatever your heart craves for, RE3 is always ready at your disposal. Also guys, if you are a fan of GTA franchise, I'm sure you'll like other videos that I've made about it. Check the right corner or description down below. First subtle nuance that hit my eyes straight away was the darkness, or rather lack of it. 6:20 AM and the sun was already up in the Definitive Edition. No sun visible at the 6:20 AM in the RE3, only darkness. Maybe they haven't changed their clocks to summertime, or maybe they've moved this fictional city to a different time zone, who knows. Second nuance that I've experienced straight after the first one was that the character on the Switch when running was much quicker out of breath. On the Vita he lasted to run much longer until he stopped to catch breath. Also nothing major, just something I've noticed. The cars in new version last much longer, you can crash a lot more until they will explode. In RE3 you crash few times and you are wasted. And even in the anniversary mod it is very quick, and there have been added plus 30% vehicle durability. If you are wondering what more have been added in the mods, I'll quickly go through it. Sound effects, radio tracks and ads that have been previously cut out have been re-implemented. Added interiors, revoked and manually optimized textures from Xbox version, the most graphically impressive one, plus many other fixes, changes and enhancements. You can see the full changelog right now on the screen. This way I want to also send massive shout out to all the modders, hackers and reverse engineers around the world. Without all of you, GTA world would be much less intriguing and much more politically correct, so to speak. Because that's what GTA should be all about the controversy and about putting a ruthless world of crime at your fingertips. And there ain't no political correctness in the ruthless world of crime. This leads me to another point I want to stress. The special anti-consumer measures that have been put in place. Like for example, I cannot purchase original GTA 3 anywhere. It has been removed because they want to boost the sales of Definitive Edition, like for real. Or I cannot buy the game separately, only in a bundle, really? Or what about the lawsuits? Guys working hard in the seller to enhance our experience and you freaking sue them instead of thank them? Why couldn't you just, I don't know, remove the games and give them for free as a bonus with every Definitive Edition purchase? I guess I know the answer, cause you don't care. At least they still haven't removed the core feature of the gameplay, the cheat codes. You can still launch rockets into the passerbys if you wish to do so. They haven't kept most of the original button presses patterns to enable the cheats, so if you wanna enable all the weapons, the button combination is same for both versions. You see, it's not just all doom and gloom, they have kept at least something to praise them for. Overall, I have truly enjoyed both games, and I'm absolutely thrilled they have decided to recreate the original trilogy. And even though it isn't perfect, it is still worth owning in my opinion. Just keep an eye out for some good deal. I've bought this physical Switch version for 36 quid. There's like £12 for each game, which isn't as bad. And in the end, who's the winner? I know I said this isn't a competition, I was lying. It is. And the winner is, of course, the RE3. This is a homebrew channel after all, I couldn't just give it to the definitive edition. Well, I could have, but it didn't deserve it, and in spite of the fact I'm biased towards the RE3, its victory is well founded and valid. And that's the end of the story, and we lived happily ever after. Now to the big announcement. We are launching the join button, so if you wanna join the Zealous Syndicate from just 99 pence per month, you can now do so. If you don't know what's the join button, it is very similar to the Patreon, but it was created by YouTube, so fans can now support their favorite creator even beyond the usual means. If you are a fan of my content, please consider joining. And what's in it for you, you may ask? Everyone loves perks, I know, so here are some that I can offer you. Custom badges next to your name in the comments, plus custom emojis to use. Plus shoutouts, every supporter will receive shoutout in every single video I will create. I will be adding more perks, so stay tuned. And in case you are not interested, nothing is changing for you. The videos are still coming out for you to enjoy. And that will be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, check the links down below. Support the channel via affiliate links, super thanks, coffee, follow me on socials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hasta la próxima!
Bouncing on your knee one last time. Molto adagio. I gotta go on vacation. Okay, we make deal. No problem.
Oops.
Take him out!